Thank you for following along to the Ori-Genes of mankind. Our eyes are now being opened to the logical explanation regarding what happened here on Earth just 13,000 years ago. Chapter 8, Our Future Amongst the Stars. Our future amongst the stars depends on what we do on our own planet first. It only makes sense, and it's the same everywhere. The best and most honest test of anyone's integrity and capabilities is the test that person doesn't even know he or she is taking, and we as a species are currently taking that test. Are we a thoughtless, hungry plague of locusts, living only for the moment? Or are we honeybees working hard to share the pollen and to make sure next year gets even better? What are your thoughts? When or if we manage to get off this island, will we start making the next island a better place? Or will we start destroying that next home also? If most of us do believe that Earth is on the galactic map, then the only truth to why they don't still visit or vacation here is because it's safer for them to watch and listen from a safe distance. What is our intent? What is our nature? Are we locusts or are we honeybees? I think that we want to be honeybees and can be amazing, but in the long run we keep doing violent and self-destructive things like locusts. So here's the short story in this chapter. I owned a house in the next county for 18 years, and during our last 5 years there, I was very aware of a wasp's nest that was under the eave on the south gable tucked in along the chimney. You could only see it if you were up on the roof or had walked way out in the backyard and then looked back towards the house. Remarkably, these wasps didn't fly into the backyard much. Instead, they would stay to the front of the roofline and would travel to the wooded lot next door, or they would go across the street to my neighbor's lilacs. Because of their apparent desire to avoid me and my family, I decided early on that I wasn't going to destroy them. Occasionally, I would see one of those black and yellow nasties flying just a little too close to my back porch, and I'd give them some verbal, fair warning. I knew that they didn't understand me, but I gave them a warning anyways. Don't sting me, you little bastard. If you mess up this barbecue, your queen isn't going to know what happened. I know where your planet is. Yes, I used to talk to my neighborly wasps, and they seemed to heed this warning and hightail it away from me. You could almost see the panic in their flight line as they scooted away quickly. So, we had an understanding apparently. You sting me or my family, and I will destroy your world. Yeah, that about sums it up. Every summer I chose to not destroy them. In fact, I would go up on the roof every spring and check to see that they were okay. I decided that we all have a fair right to life. Admittedly, it was kind of a power trip for me as I really didn't have any certainty and power in my own world and still don't, but it has always been an item that has put my brain into motion and into deep thought about our true place in this bigger world. I sold that house in 2014, and the wasp's nest was still up there. I'm certain that the new owners were up on the roof that next summer to introduce themselves, and I'm also certain that the wasps didn't get any time to open communications with the new managers of their universe. Yes, that makes sense. Universe under new management. Let's hope that whoever or whatever it is that is managing our universe continues to do so for a very long time. Let's hope and pray. And just a little bit more, I discovered just 2 years ago that the U.S. government in 1958 had made plans to detonate a nuclear warhead on the moon, just to see what it did, just to see what would happen in an atmosphere-free environment. Can you believe that crazy horseshit? The plan was called Project A119. And I believe that that would have been the end for us all. Is detonating a nuclear device on our own moon the kind of message that we want to send outward to other galaxies? Yes, we are being watched. Will we venture out as locusts, or will we venture out as honeybees? Will we detonate nuclear weapons on other planets? If we do, I guarantee that we will find ourselves at the wrong end of a planet-size can of Raid. Chapter 9. To summarize, the last 13,000 years. Every video that I've done in this series of the Ori-Genes of mankind has been recorded from each chapter from this book. But I'm not going to do that for the summary video, no. I'm just going to keep it short and simple. Each of the 8 chapters in this book has a short story in it, an analogy. Chapter 1. The 5 lemurs, all responding differently to the weird things that they find in their travels through the jungle. Chapter 2. The missing link, a global change in all humans just 15,000 years ago. Chapter 3. Doomed Pompeii, we live and love on our floors and always have, haven't we? Chapter 4. Puzzles. Why do we have to solve these things? Everything is a puzzle. Chapter 5. Why can't we remember our role in these truly ancient, impossible stones? Chapter 6. And why can't we find any of the old tech or ancient bones? Chapter 7. And you know that we're not alone in this universe. Chapter 8. The big test is now. Fortunately, nobody wants to knock down a hornet's nest until it grows into a problem on its own. And are we going to be a problem? Yes, I believe that the basic indigenous Homo sapiens were upgraded about 15,000 years ago to assist with the agriculture and the stonework. It was a global event. All of us, every corner of the world, we were upgraded to become useful. And then after 2,000 years of being the assistant, working with them, and a sentient that was trapped here and couldn't handle this difficult Earth, it all ended. I hope you've enjoyed these videos and the chapters from this book. Next, I'm going to be making t-shirts just for the fun of it. Ask me about my upgrade. It's the same as yours. Please like and share, and put your comments down in the bottom. And thanks again for watching. Always keep an open mind.